CrazyCarperTV, episode 3. We're down at Westlands Fishery in East Yorkshire. Danny was fishing here not last weekend, the weekend before by himself. At the other side of the lake, like a big horseshoe. At the other side, which we've been feeling the lead down, it's a bit deeper. We're also in the shade at the minute. A bit of sun on the water, but not much. We've got here and there's a match on, so we're limited to our pegs, but luckily we wanted to come this side this time anyway. So we've got, well, not exactly where we wanted, but we're happy. It's looking good. We'll hopefully bag a few fish. I think Danny's got a bit to say.
Yeah, same rigs as what we've been fishing the last few weeks. James fishing a KD with a snowman setup. Same with me, but I'm not fishing KD, I'm fishing more blowback style.
With 18 mil cell.
Not very long hook lengths, what, 6 inches, something like that. I'm fishing the Corda semi-stiff hook link. What are you fishing?
I'm fishing atomic tackle jelly wire. I haven't been using it long.
A little bit stripped back just to help the hook turn.
And I absolutely love it. I don't think I'll use anything else now.
I think my right hand rod's going to go. I have to think about that. But we'll show you the lake when the sun dies down a bit, because it's a bit too bright for the camera at the moment.
Also, some exciting news. Steamer Baits, their website will be released in about 2 weeks, fingers crossed.
You'll be able to buy all your bait off there and watch, well, you'll be able to watch videos on our website about how successful it is.
I'm sure there'll be a couple of videos on there as well. But don't hesitate to buy it, get it as soon as it comes out. And I mean, it's a great bait, it's fantastic.
You can, his email and mobile phone number will be on there as well, so yeah. You can, if you want extra eggshell in, he'll do that for you. If you want the colour a bit lighter or anything, he's real happy, he'll do it for you. Yeah, no complaints.
Cooperate with him.
He'll cooperate with you, he'll do whatever you want. What we use is the cell, mainland cell, but he buys it and makes it himself. And we ask for extra eggshell.
It's also
give
a
it
lot
a bit
stronger.
more of a crunch.
Puts a lot more additive in, so it's a lot stronger.
Really stinky.
If this was smell-o-vision, you'd be so happy. It's unreal. It's an absolute beautiful bait. Like I say, later on we'll show you all rigs, we'll show you all lead setups, etc. Hopefully, next video we'll be showing you a couple of fish.
It's looking good though.
So, we'll keep you updated.
Right then, just going to show you the rig what we're using, or what I'm using. Starting at the business end, got 18mm cell topped with a 15mm white chocolate, and that just sinks just like that, sits on the bottom like that. And I've got onto a rig ring and a size 8 Corda curved shank hook, bit of shrink tube to kick it round. And I've got about 5.5–6 inches of the end trap semi-stiff in £20 with about 1 inch strip back before the hook, give it a chance to turn. Then I've got a surf sun leader with a running inline lead system, and I like that because it usually gives really good runs and good hook holds. I've put a bit of silicone in there. Here's James in. What's rod, James? Crazy. Crazy carping. Come back here, you.
Anyway, back to the rig.
Anyway, bit of silicone in there, and basically, when a fish bites, hook will be like that. Weight of the lead's there to help the hook up. As soon as the fish runs, pulls out. And in there, if you look there, got. I just had a loop on the end of my hook link onto a quick link, pushed that bit of silicone over there onto the, just a ring swivel safe zone leader. And what I've done, I've got the crimping tool, cut the ring off the ring swivel, just attached it to and just attach that quick link to the swivel, and then basically that lead just pushes over there. Now coming up the safe zone leader, on the first tungsten insert I've got a Nash camera diffusion bead that just pushes over there nice. So that is there for two reasons. When that falls down, the lead hits the bead and that'll give more of like a jolt. So it'll jolt the hook into the fish's mouth even further, increasing the hook hold, and it just stops the lead coming off the end of the leader. It's like when playing a zig, you don't want the lead right up on the end. So I've got 1 metre leader with the 2 tungsten bits, and then on the end I've got, before I tied on the leader I put a bead. That just goes over the knot to protect the knot from my flying back lead. That's it. Then just subline on the reel. That when you cast, it's a medium flying back lead that just flies up the line and pins everything down. And onto that I just hook a simple PVA bag, some people call it a stick now, or a PVA stringer, whatever you want to call it. Just hook that on there, ready to go. Right, vlog 2. We ain't had out yet, but Chris is here and he's had one and lost one. Can't believe we ain't had out. We think we're doing everything right, but obviously not. Fish aren't being shown as much as they were before, but still confident, but just not as confident.
Chris's son just turned up. He's just got his rods out. Like I say, still confident, but it's a bit unusual. I thought we'd have had a couple by now. I had a couple of pickups from my right hand rod. That's it.
I think we're going to try and nick a fish off the top. We're going to get some dog biscuits and some bread, and
which we knew it was going to be.
Get a little floater rig set up.
We knew it was going to be a bit. We knew it was going to be warmer than yesterday, but we weren't expecting all this sun.
So it's got 15 degrees. It's really heated up.
So we've come prepared for the bottom and bright colours and things like that, and
it worked.
It ended up being sunshine. So I'm starting to think that they're up in the water column. So I'll try and maybe change tactic, see what happens.
Show the lake.
Yeah, show you where I'm fishing.
Well, show you the lake and this side of the headland and show our spots. A up. That's right up right hand. Left hand, sorry.
Danny's got one just there next to that tree. And he's also got one on the right hand side of that tree. I've got one, you see where them greers are? About 3 foot off them greers there. And I've also got one in lilies there, and the greers. Got one just in the middle of that. So hopefully bag one. Danny's just had a fish top over his left hand rod. So we'll hopefully bag one.
Right then, vlog 3 or 4, don't know. This time by himself because James is still here, but he's on the other side. What we've done was next switch over there, as you saw, but we had nothing. It was absolutely awful. All the fish were getting caught at the other end of the lake, so James has moved up there. There was only really room for 2 rods. So I've moved round to the spot that was fishing in episode 1, where I had them 11 fish from. I've baited it up and I've seen a few fish in the area, so it does look good. Hopefully after the move we'll have a few. We'll go back round and speak to James in a bit, and inform you if we have any more fish. James did have one. Well, it was on James's rod, but me and James were around getting the gear ready, so someone else struck into it, the person that was with Chris. So James was gentleman enough to give it to him. They both had, Chris had one, his son had two during the day, but they've left now, so it's just me and James on the lake. We'll inform you if we have any more fish. See you later. Alright then, after the move, I've just put the camera down from that vlog and I've had one. Little common, no little mirror, sorry. A bit lively, it's been in the net for a bit. Been trying to get hold of James, but not being able to. There she is, or he is. I think it's a she. There we go. Rod's back out. So there's the fish. Nice.